All right, so let me take you back for a second because a lot of people look at me and they tell me, Luke, you're just this confident guy, you're a coach, you're a natural born coach, like there's no way I could do it. You could not be further away from the truth. See, when I was younger, I was 130 kilograms, I was addicted to drugs massively and alcohol, and I was stuck in this cycle of depression and anxiety. I used to be a mechanical engineer. I would work in this dark factory. I hated it. Every day I was covered in oil, no sunlight. It was horrible. It was the worst thing. I never wanted to be a coach, but I knew that I wanted more out of life. I knew that this wasn't where my life was heading, but I didn't make a change. I delayed it. I didn't take that step that I needed to. I just thought everything would be okay. A few years later, I had a massive issue with the drug abuse that I had, and I ended up collapsing on the kitchen floor in my house. I woke up to my dad shaking me on the floor, looking at me with a pale face, thinking that he'd just lost his son. I stood up and then bang, I collapsed again. Same thing, I wake up and my dad's shaking me. That was the turning point for me. That was when I decided that if I kept doing the same thing that I've always done, my life could only get worse. I knew that I had to make a change. And that's when I found these skills and these tools. I never wanted to be a coach. I just wanted to change my life. But things changed so rapidly for me. I got a new career. I started working on yachts and then moving into IT. I had no experience in IT, but I quickly became a top performer and started outworking everyone there purely because of the tools that I learned. And then along the way, I realized as I started making more money and actually bettering my life, that money wasn't everything. There was something more. Something in me was still missing. I felt like I had it all. My health was better. My relationships were better. My finances were doing great. I was making awesome money, but something was missing. And I realized that what was missing was fulfillment. And that's when I realized, as hard as it was and as scared as I was to actually step into this industry and become a coach, that calling was stronger than my fear. So I made the decision. I thought if I could get off the drugs and if I could change my life the way I did, that I can learn this too and I can help other people. So I went all in. I started learning all these skills. I went certification after certification, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars mastering all these skills. And then the business tools and the mentoring, all to help me get through that fear. Fast forward to my first month in coaching, I did $14,000 in sales. And let me tell you, every time I got on those calls, every time I got on a coaching call, I would think, this person's gonna catch me out. They're gonna know I'm a fake, I'm a fraud, that I used to be addicted to drugs. They're gonna think, who the hell is this guy trying to coach me? That imposter syndrome was there every single time. And it does not go away. It just changes. That's a voice inside your head that you get used to, that you learn how to manage, that you learn is just whispering doubt into your mind. And that stays with us even until now. See, the only reason that I was able to get any results in this industry is because I saw fear for what it was and I faced it head on. See, without fear, there's no courage. And I truly believe that every time you step through your comfort zone and step through something fearful, that you reach a new level in your own personal and self-development. And that's exactly what's helped me get to where I am. It's my secret weapon, really. So when I see fear, I run at it. I run head on because I know on the other side of that is something extraordinary, something beautiful. And because of that one decision to not let fear stop me, I've been blessed and fortunate enough to work with over 3,000 individuals around the world. I've helped hundreds of people transform their lives. Some of the testimonials, the reviews, and the stories people have sent me after working with me have literally brought me to tears. And that's what made me realize why I was doing this. It's not for the money. And to be honest with you, it's not even for the freedom. It's really for the fulfillment that it gives you. I always say in this industry, you get paid twice. One, financially, and second, spiritually, when your clients are thanking you for changing their life. So maybe right now you're in a position that I used to be in, facing that fear. Maybe you've got what it takes. You've got the gifts, you've got the skills, you know what you need to do to make it work, but there's that little nagging fear in front of you. The question that helped me when I was younger to get over that is asking, what happens if I keep letting this fear run my life for the next 10, 20, 30 years? What does my life look like when I'm 60, 70 years old, looking back, knowing that I had a chance to do something special, a chance to do something impactful and meaningful, but I didn't do it because of a little bit of fear? So if that's what you're facing right now, I encourage you to walk through that. And you already have. If you're watching this video, it means you've taken multiple steps towards your future. So I want to congratulate you for that, because that oftentimes is the hardest part.